Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm so happy you're here today.
Hi everyone, I'm Julia, and today we have a very exciting topic for you, how to talk about yourself in English.
Yes, Julia. Talking about yourself is something we all do, but it can be a little tricky in English, especially if you're a beginner.
Exactly. Whether you are meeting new people, going to a job interview, or just chatting with friends, introducing yourself clearly and confidently is very important.
In today's episode, we're going to show you a simple, easy-to-follow structure to talk about yourself. We'll give you useful phrases, vocabulary, and tips to sound natural and confident.
And don't worry if English feels hard. We'll use simple sentences and give you practice examples, so by the end of this episode, you'll feel ready to introduce yourself in any situation.
That's right. So, let's get started and learn how to talk about ourselves in English the easy way. All right, Julia. Before we learn how to talk about ourselves, let's think about when we actually need to do this.
Yes, Jason. There are many situations where talking about yourself is important. For example, meeting someone new. Like at school, work, or even a party.
Exactly. Imagine meeting a new friend. You might want to say your name, where you're from, what you like to do. If you can't express that in English, it can feel a little stressful.
Another situation is job interviews. This is a big one. You need to introduce yourself clearly, talk about your skills, your experience, and even your hobbies.
Yes, and don't forget about presentations in school or at work. Sometimes you need to start by introducing yourself before you begin your main topic.
And even casual situations, like talking to neighbors, classmates, or new colleagues. Small talk often starts with introducing yourself.
So, whether it's formal or casual, being able to talk about yourself is very important. And the good news is, it's not difficult if you know a simple structure.
Exactly. And that's what we'll focus on next. A simple, easy-to-follow structure for introducing yourself in English.
Now, Julia, let's talk about a simple structure you can use to introduce yourself. This structure works every time, and it's easy to remember.
Yes, Jason, I love this structure because it has 5 simple parts.
Right. First, you start with your name and greeting. For example, "Hi, my name is Jason. Nice to meet you."
Second, you can mention your age or where you live. For example, I'm 25 years old. I live in New York.
Third, you talk about your job or studies. Like, "I'm a student. I study nursing." Or, "I work as a teacher."
Fourth, you share your hobbies or interests. For example, I enjoy reading and playing football, or I like painting and listening to music.
And fifth, you can add a fun fact or something personal. This makes your introduction more interesting. For example, "I love traveling, and I have visited 5 countries."
So, Jason, in short, the structure is name to age/location to job/studies to hobbies to fun fact.
Exactly. If you follow this structure, you'll always have a clear, simple way to introduce yourself in English.
And the best part is you can start with small sentences and then gradually add more details as you feel confident.
All right, Julia. Now that we know the structure, let's learn some key phrases we can use in each part of our introduction.
Yes, let's start with the first part, name and greeting. You can say, "Hi, my name is Julia."
"Hello, I'm Jason. Nice to meet you."
"Hey, I'm Julia. How are you?"
Perfect. Next, for age and location, here are some simple phrases. "I'm 20 years old." "I'm 25." "I live in London." I'm from New York.
Remember, you don't always have to say your age if it's not necessary, but location is very common in introductions.
Right. Now for job or studies. I'm a student. I study nursing. I work as a teacher. I'm a software engineer.
And you can also say, I'm learning English. I'm interested in technology.
Next is hobbies or interests. Here are some phrases you can use. I like reading books. I enjoy playing football. I love painting. I'm interested in music and movies.
You can also combine hobbies. I like reading and traveling, or I enjoy cooking and listening to podcasts.
Finally, the fun fact or personal touch. This makes your introduction more interesting. You can say, I have visited 5 countries. I love trying new foods. I can play the guitar. I have a pet dog.
The key is to keep it simple and practice these phrases. Start with the short sentences, and then you can mix them together to make your introduction longer and more natural.
Exactly. If you use these phrases, you'll always have something to say when introducing yourself in English. All right, Julia, we've learned the structure and some key phrases. But now, let's talk about something very important. How to make your introduction sound natural and confident.
Yes, Jason. Speaking English can be a little scary at first, but there are some simple tips to help you feel confident.
First, speak slowly. Don't rush your words. If you speak too fast, people might not understand you, and you might feel nervous.
Exactly. Take a deep breath and speak clearly. Even if you make a small mistake, it's okay. People will understand you.
Second, use simple sentences. Don't try to use very long or difficult words. Start with short sentences like, Hi, I'm Jason. I live in New York. I like reading.
Third, smile and use good body language. Nod your head a little, make eye contact if possible, and show that you are friendly.
Another tip is to practice in front of a mirror or record yourself. This helps you hear how you sound and improves your confidence.
And don't forget, confidence comes from practice. The more you introduce yourself, the more natural it will feel. Even small daily practices will help a lot.
Finally, remember to add your personality. You can share a fun fact or hobby. This makes your introduction memorable and interesting.
So, Jason, the key points are: speak slowly, use simple sentences, smile, practice, and show your personality.
Exactly. Follow these tips, and you'll be able to introduce yourself naturally and confidently in any situation. All right, Julia. Now it's time for some practice. Listening is good, but speaking is how you really learn. Are you ready?
Yes, Jason. Listeners, get ready to speak with us. Don't worry if you make mistakes. Just repeat after us and practice.
Okay, let's start with the first part. Name and greeting. Repeat after me. Hi, my name is Jason. Nice to meet you.
Now you try. Hello, I'm Julia. How are you?
Great. Now, let's add age and location. Repeat after me. I'm 25 years old. I live in New York.
And you can try. I'm 20. I'm from London.
Next, job or studies. Repeat after me. I'm a student. I study nursing.
Or you can say, I work as a teacher. I love my job.
Now let's add hobbies or interests. Repeat after me. I enjoy reading and playing football.
And you can try. I like painting and listening to music.
Finally, let's add a fun fact or personal touch. Repeat after me. I love traveling, and I have visited 5 countries.
Or you can say, I have a pet dog and I enjoy taking care of him.
Excellent. Now try putting it all together in one introduction. Hi, my name is Jason. I'm 25 years old. I live in New York. I'm a student. I study nursing. I enjoy reading and playing football. I love traveling, and I have visited 5 countries.
Listeners, pause the podcast if you need and try your full introduction. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. The important thing is to practice and speak confidently.
All right, Julia. Now that we've practiced introductions, let's talk about common mistakes that English learners make and how to avoid them.
Yes, mistakes are normal, Jason. Don't feel bad if you make them. The important thing is to learn and improve.
The first common mistake is grammar errors. For example, some people say, I live in New York. That's not correct. The correct way is, I live in New York.
Exactly. Another common mistake is overcomplicating sentences. Beginners sometimes try to say too much in one sentence, like, Hi, my name is Julia. I live in London. I like reading. I also like painting. And I study English every day. It's better to use short sentences. Hi, my name is Julia. I live in London. I like reading and painting.
Another mistake is memorizing phrases without understanding them. Some learners memorize long introductions, but forget how to explain or answer questions naturally.
Right. The solution is to practice speaking naturally. Use simple words you know and slowly add more phrases as you get comfortable.
And one more thing, forgetting to breathe and speak slowly. Nervous learners sometimes rush and mumble their sentences. Speak clearly, pause when needed, and don't worry about mistakes.
So, to avoid mistakes, use correct grammar, keep sentences short, understand what you're saying, don't just memorize, speak slowly and clearly.
Exactly. Follow these tips, and your introductions will sound natural, confident, and correct. Julia, now that we know how to introduce ourselves clearly, let's talk about how to make your conversation longer and more interesting.
Yes, Jason. Sometimes after your introduction, people will ask questions. You can use these opportunities to add more details about yourself.
For example, if someone asks, "What do you like to do?" you can answer with more than one sentence. I enjoy reading books. My favorite is mystery novels. I also like playing football on weekends.
Another tip is to connect your hobbies or experiences to stories. Instead of just saying, I like traveling, you can say, I like traveling. Last year I visited Italy and I loved the food and culture.
And don't forget to ask questions back. Conversations are two-way. After introducing yourself, you can ask, "What about you?" Or, "Do you like reading too?"
Exactly. This makes the conversation natural, friendly, and more interactive.
So, advanced tips are, add details, tell short stories, and ask questions. This way, your introductions can turn into full conversations. All right, Julia, let's quickly review what we learned today about talking about yourself in English.
Yes. First, we learned a simple structure. Name, age/location, job/studies, hobbies, and fun fact.
Then, we learned key phrases and vocabulary for each part, so you always know what to say.
We also practiced introductions and talked about common mistakes to avoid, like grammar errors, long sentences, or rushing your words.
Finally, we shared tips to sound confident. Make your introductions natural and even turn them into longer conversations by adding details and asking questions.
Remember, the key is to practice every day, start simple, and gradually build your confidence. The more you speak, the easier it becomes.
Exactly. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be able to introduce yourself naturally in any situation. Thank you so much for listening today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more English learning tips.
Yes, and we'd love to hear from you. Try introducing yourself in the comments below. Share your name, hobbies, or a fun fact about you.
Also, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode.
Keep practicing every day, and remember, speaking English gets easier with practice.
See you next time on the English Learning Podcast.